Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dominica, and for those who don't know me, I do a little bit of skincare, actually a lot of skincare, makeup, some advices, good or bad or better. It's totally up to you whether you take my advice or not. And so today we are talking about makeup and specifically foundations that are really good for extreme heat, extreme humidity. Here where I'm at, there's always humid and there's no way around it. So the best makeup melts after 2 hours in the summertime. So the best advice for you would be to stay indoors and just don't worry about the makeup, you know, or you can go full coverage makeup, 24-hour type of foundation and stay indoor in AC. The truth is though, we have to live our lives, we have to be outdoors, we have to go to work, and the time that we spend you know, walking from our car to the building could actually determine whether or not our foundation is going to look good for the rest of the day, even if we stay outdoors. So there are two opposite schools. One school takes you with the long wear 24-hour foundation with heavy duty finishing powder, making sure that you set everything with the sponge and not the brush and all that. So you just stomp the foundation on, the powder and everything, and you probably feel how heavy this makeup is. My way is a little bit different. I go the opposite way. For summertime, I actually go with very light formulas, something that's illuminating, something that's dewy, something that doesn't necessarily dry by itself right away and always have this wet-like look. And the reason I do it, if I have to be outdoor and this makeup starts kind of being absorbed by skin, separates or melt, it doesn't look bad. It just kind of, you start looking more like yourself. Whereas if you have 4, 5, 6 different layers with a 24-hour long wear foundation, when that foundation starts separate from the powder and oh my god, the way it looks is horrendous. Like, it looks disgusting, and you don't want that, because sometimes you don't even know that that's what's going on, because you feel like, okay, I just put all that makeup on, it's gonna last forever. And then you go to the bathroom, and especially around your nose area and the T-zone, it starts separating, and in order to retouch all that, it's gonna take forever. So why not go with the lighter version of this makeup and just have a little bit of a foundation on? Key is probably prep as well. You want to tone your skin, you want to put the serums on, moisturizer, and then you go with the primer, and then you go with the foundation. So you still do your regular early day routine, but do it smarter. You know, choose the products that you really trust, choose the products that you've worn before. Don't try the brand new foundation or brand new serum you know, during the school week or work week. Do it over the weekend, where you can actually see it at home after a few hours what your foundation looks like. So without the further ado, let me introduce you to some of the product that I use in order to stay dewy, luminous, lightweight, very comfortable, no need for retouching that makeup. My number 1, 2 and 3 is probably Infallible Pro Glow. Unfortunately, it's not cruelty free, it's not vegan, but I love it. I go through few tubes a year. This is what it looks like. You're probably very familiar with it. And I have 3 different colors. So like for the winter time, if I want to go with that foundation, I go with 204. Then going into spring, I switch to 205. And today I actually have 208 on my skin. Why I love it so much? It does exactly what it says. It glows, it gives your skin that extra of moisture. It doesn't dry in different, you know, little patches all over your face. It actually evens out your skin tone, and you can still see your face, you know, through that foundation. So if you have little freckles here and there, if you have specific features on your face that you don't really want to cover much, you're still gonna look like yourself. So that's what I look like with this makeup on, okay? It's a horrible close-up, but let me show you what I look like with this makeup. That doesn't mean that I don't use the setting powder. It just means that I chose a lighter version, something that melts away without putting patches on your face. That's the reason I use this foundation. I love it a lot. one of the other foundations that I use for that very similar result. Now we're going high-end because this foundation, the Pro Glow by L'Oreal, it's probably about $11 or $12 if I'm not mistaken. You can go with the True Match L'Oreal foundation, very similar finish. I'm not going to spend too much time working on it and explaining it, but it's a very similar formula. And one of my favorite going into high-end is MD Pericone Md No Makeup Makeup Foundation. No Makeup Foundation Serum. That's what it's called. I keep lying to you, okay? It is very similar formula, a little bit higher end, stays a little bit longer on. So I kind of juggle between those two formulas, the Pro Glow by L'Oreal and the Pericone Md. Love both products. It's totally up to you, but I just kind of want to give you the lower end and the higher end choice. So this way, if you're into high-end cosmetics and you don't trust that the drugstore is going to give you good results, you can always go with Pericone Md. I actually have the video that I did on it. I love this product, used throughout the year, unless it's really cold outside and I want to go with something more creamy and heavier. One of the foundations that I didn't realize does very similar thing. It's Born This Way by Too Faced. And I'm talking about the original formula, not the matte formula. This works very well as well. So we're going into higher end. It's probably $46, about $50 foundation if I'm not mistaken. Very good as well, covers a little bit more. It's a little bit more of a coverage. It's a buildable coverage, and it's going to do very well on your skin during summertime. And the last product, last foundation that I want to touch on, actually almost the last one, because I have something else that I want to talk to you about. One of the foundations that I love dearly, it's just freaking too expensive, is Dior's Backstage. Every time I put this foundation on, people say, what did you do differently? Oh my god, your makeup is amazing, your face is glowing. Maybe you're pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. I just have good foundation. It makes me glow, you know, from inside out. So Dior does that for you. People will think that you're pregnant. And there are women that don't glow when they're pregnant at all. They just absolutely hate the whole freaking idea of being pregnant. So everybody experiences it differently. One of the last foundations, yeah, this is the last foundation I just want to mention. It's a little bit different, but if you are into heavier makeup and not necessarily heavy makeup, but like more of a long wear foundation, go with the Pure Love My Selfie 4-in-1 foundation. It's amazing. It works as a concealer, it works as a foundation, it stays on very long. You know, I actually, if I ran out of my dewy and illuminating and liquidy foundation for the summertime and I was stuck with Pure Love Yourself 4-in-1 Love Yourself foundation, fuck, I cannot talk today. Anyway, this is your kind of happy medium. If you want something lighter, that's very durable, that stays on for a long time, and it doesn't require, you know, a lot of other products to put on the top of that, I would go with the Pure foundation. It is just still one of my favorite foundations, and I love it so much because the idea behind summertime makeup, when it's hot and it's humid out, you want to use as little product as possible. It means you still want to do your early day, you know, early morning routine. You still want to have your moisturizer on, you still have your you still want to have your primer, you still want to have a lot of other products, a lot of serums that you use, but you want to be smart about it. So don't cake it up. Take time between each product. So if you have time in the morning, put your toner. That's going to help with your pH balance. So then when your makeup stays on, it doesn't oxidize as much and it stays on a little bit longer. Go with your serum. I mean, your skin is obviously aging. Everybody's aging from the day that they're born, so why not use some nice serum on, or some tone. So first toner, then serum, then you want to go with your moisturizer. So for summertime you want something hydrating but very light, probably oil free would be a good idea, so you still get the moisture but without the heaviness and without the oil on your skin. Then I would go with the primer. One of my favorite primers right now is Becca's Velvet Blaring Primer Perfecting Base. This is what it looks like. It is such gentle formula. I put it over entire face and my skin feels soft and silky, and I think it gives me a really good base for my makeup. It is a little bit on the pricey side because it's Becca's, but for those of you who love drugstore and live, you know, by using just drugstore, I would go with the hydrating Master Prime Hydrating by Maybelline. And even though it's very cheap, it's under $10, it does an amazing job. It prepares your skin without giving you oil. It prepares your skin, hydrates it even more, so any makeup will look good on the top of that. And honestly, I feel like I'm all over the place with this tutorial. It's not really a tutorial, it's just advice on like what product to use. So the products that I'm recommending to you today, that I'm discussing with you today, are my go-tos. These are the products that I've been wearing for years, and I was never disappointed with the performance of those. So there's no miracle way of you know, having the right makeup or the right application for very hot and humid days. Your makeup is still going to take the beating. The idea behind it is make it easier on yourself. Put a little bit less on your face, so when it starts melting and it starts separating, you don't look like a mess. You still want to use your setting spray or setting powder. I typically go with the loose powder by Laura Mercier, or actually the pressed one. They also have Laura Mercier pressed powder. I love it as much as the loose powder. I still put it on, just very tiny amounts of it. I barely touch my skin with that powder as I'm setting my makeup, because as you can tell, my makeup doesn't look dry. My makeup doesn't look matte. I use a little bit of blush, I still use a little bit of bronzer, and I'm not going to be discussing those products because honestly it's totally up to you. The key is to prep your skin, hydrate it without adding oil to your skin, and then put the foundation that's just a light texture, that's just the light formula, so you still look like you're well put together and everything blends in nicely and evens out your skin tone without that heavy feeling, you know, of having like a full-time foundation on your face. So honestly, like I said, no miracle fixes to that problem, but by going lighter and using less products and trying to, if you don't have to use the blush, don't use it. It's all, you're only going to benefit from it, you know. The good thing about light foundation is the fact that you can actually put it on. You don't have to set it with anything if you choose not to do it, you know, and it's gonna still perform very nicely. So honestly, I think that's it for today. I hope that I gave you some good tips. Again, prep your skin, use the toner, use the primer, use a good moisturizer with no oil, and then, you know, some of the oil-free but liquidy and light foundation works so well on your skin during the summertime. So yeah, go outdoors, live your life, enjoy your life, you know, with your friends or whatever. Don't worry about your makeup. You should be having fun outside, you know, experiencing new things or whatnot. I understand you still want to look cute. I don't leave house without makeup unless I go to the grocery store because I'm wearing masks, so it doesn't matter, right? But you want to look cute among your loved ones and your friends or whatever. So enjoy your makeup, enjoy your life, you know, do whatever the heck you want to do. I just want to help you along the way with recommending some of the products that just make more sense for humidity, and then heat. So that's it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Please subscribe, it helps me so much. Click that like button, get notified when I release the new video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.